Good morning, everyone. This is Olga Adler from Austin Businesswoman. And today we're going to have our next episode of Big Tech for Small Biz with the amazing HubSpot, an internationally known provider of marketing, sales, customer relationship management, or CRM software that helps businesses streamline their processes and achieve growth with automated means. And our guest today is Savannah Mozingo, a team lead and customer success manager at HubSpot. Hi, Savannah.
Hi, God. Thank you so much for having me. And hi, Austin.
You're from Portland, right?
I currently live in Portland. Yes. So I'm living in Portland, Oregon for the past 4 years, but originally from the Southeast, from South Carolina.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah.
Portland, for people who didn't know, Austin actually stole the famous Keep Austin Weird from Portland. So Portland is the first weird city in America.
We're in the
Or,
battle of being the weirdest. Yeah.
yeah, and so it's our weirdness body. And
Yep.
so we can totally trust you because you're our buddy. So tell us more about HubSpot. It's such an amazing platform. It has so many functions. So it's hard to put in one sentence what it actually does. So if you have to explain it to a non-techy person who doesn't know anything about CRM or sales software, what would you say?
That's a great question. So you're right. HubSpot does have so many functionalities from marketing, sales, operations, services, all in one platform to help you out there. But what I would say is if we had to summarize it in one sentence, it streamlines your various operations and needs into one single easy to read portal.
Mhm. So how does it, do you target mostly larger businesses who have a lot of employees, or is it chains of businesses, or how can it help small businesses? Because most of our viewers and subscribers are small mom and pop businesses, mompreneurs, solopreneurs. How can HubSpot help them?
Absolutely. So HubSpot is meant to scale with you. You do not have to be an enterprise company to use HubSpot, but you certainly can grow your business on HubSpot. So we have several different essentially packages, right? Or three packages of starter, professional, enterprise. So you can get in there at the beginning level, and as your business grows, as you need more needs, you can grow within the same platform. But we were originally started in 2014. Our founders very much intended to serve the small business, and that was really our starting was exactly with business owners like y'all.
That's amazing because I feel like bigger companies, they have people with designated roles who can take care of all operations and all processes in the company. While for small businesses, we have to wear many hats. We have to do our own marketing, our own sales, have to deal with customers, retention, and management in general. So
Mhm.
it's wonderful when you can have, instead of a team, you can have a tool that can help you perform all those functions while you're doing something else. And here is a big question that that a lot of entrepreneurs in our community ask. They're like, so what is CRM? Do you use it? What is it? How do I use it? How does it help my business? I'm just a baker, or I'm just I don't know, a dentist. How does it help my business? Could you explain it once and for all so people know what it is?
Sure. So a CRM is an acronym, of course, for contact relationship management. And really all that is, right, is your people that are purchasing your services or your baked goods, you want to keep a record of them, right? Because you want to nurture those relationships. So a CRM is a place where you can store those employees, or sorry, not employees, but those customers or prospective customers as records, so you can see them and interact with them all in one portal without having to keep an Excel list of people that purchased or having them just assigned with deals or random purchases. You actually start to have a persona and a record that you can build onto.
Yeah, it sounds like an easy task when you start with one or two customers, but once you have a lot of them, or someone contacts you who you worked with last year and you don't remember them, and it's a little embarrassing because they're like, I just wanted to follow up, and you're like, did we talk before? Do I know you? So it's very complicated, and keeping just a your notebook or your spreadsheet is a little, time consuming and not necessarily effective.
Exactly. And I don't know if we have time today, happy to share my screen and we can dive in and actually show you what a CRM looks like and
Absolutely.
these tools
People
that
need
we're
to see
talking
that.
about. Awesome.
It looks so great. And I remember when I started with it, I thought it looks so friendly, but it has such a complex functionality to it that I was really grateful that you guys had all the learning materials available. So people can actually learn. They don't have to, do a year of school to learn how HubSpot works.
Exactly. I've worked for several different software companies. And while I love software, I will say that HubSpot has been the most fun software to work with and to work for, because exactly that, where it is deceptively, for how easy it is to use, it is deceptively powerful. You wouldn't think that something with such a clean user interface, which we can jump into and show you, has all
Please.
the capabilities behind the hood. Because you're right, you're a small business owner. The tech is my focus. It should not be your focus as a business owner. It should be helping you run your business. It should not be a large chunk of your business. And that's exactly what a simple and easy to scale CRM like HubSpot can do.
Yeah, so I can't wait to show our viewers what the interface looks like, because I'm sure people don't expect it. They probably expect something that looks like a messy spreadsheet, but it's not.
Nope. So what we're looking at right now is just my dummy account in HubSpot, but this is the portal. This is the CRM. So when we talk about marketing tools and sales tools and service tools that you can add into HubSpot as you scale and grow, it's really just building on this core platform, which is your CRM. So like
Mhm.
we said, CRM is your list of contacts or company records, right? So you have your whole list of all, in this case, I have a lot of customers or prospective
Wow.
customers.
That does look a lot.
But it's just that overall view. So when you were saying, right, of you have a history, you have engagements, emails or a history of purchases that they've done, a CRM allows you to see that all in one place. So if
So
we're diving,
basically, it's like a diary of all your interactions with each individual, and it doesn't only have to be emails or calls. As far as I know, you can also plug in all other software, like your booking software, your social media,
Mhm.
and your website too.
Yeah, that's a great one. So we can definitely take a look at those marketing tools. But any of the interactions, you're right, that a contact has with other platforms or with deals, right? If you're integrating Shopify, for example, or if you're running deals from HubSpot as part of the sales platform, you can see those interactions both related to your contact. So you can run lists and filter for those contacts to send them really targeted marketing emails. Or again, you can see it in an activity history. So if you're about to have a meeting with somebody, right, you can go quickly into their activity history and see, okay, what did I last talk to them about? Or, what calls did I have? Maybe what analytics or integrations have they worked with?
Wow.
And we can look to see, for example, right, like have they interacted with any of your social platforms?
There are even page views. We actually have a question from the audience, and it's about an online store. Since you mentioned Shopify,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Amanda is asking, I have an online store. How can I tie those orders to HubSpot?
That's a great question. It depends on the online store. So when I said that it's not just HubSpot, right? The benefit of working with a large platform like HubSpot is we have a ton of integrations, and not just integrations that HubSpot has developed, but that third parties or other platforms have developed because they know that they can get some traction with the HubSpot community. So up here in our little marketplace, if I go to our app marketplace,
Oh, it's all the integrations, I see. So it's all the things that you can make work with your CRM and import
right.
data from.
So let's say that we have Shopify is a great one because I know that we have actually a HubSpot integration or an integration that HubSpot built with Shopify. So we have over 10,000 installs of this particular integration. And
Wow.
it sends, let's just take a look, right? So you set up your e-commerce store and the integration syncs over your Shopify customers to your HubSpot contacts. So updating those records that I was talking about, right? Your Shopify orders become HubSpot deals automatically. So you can start to run more advanced reporting if you need of how many deals did you close in a week, in a month, which contacts purchased what type of orders. So again, you can run some more advanced segmentation or cross-selling, and you can automate that at scale.
It's a great tool for people who, for example, they sold something, they want to follow up with the customer, they don't want to go and do it manually every time. So, say it can get information about your deal in the online shop, and then it would send, it would connect with your mailing service and send, say, follow up email saying, like, tell us what you think. And maybe 2 months later, it might send them a newsletter saying, look what's new in our store, because you already have a very hot lead. So I already can see so much opportunity for small businesses, and taking it off their to-do list every day. The program can do it for you.
Exactly. You don't want to have to, you're not going to have time as a small business owner to go and call out to all of those customers that purchased last month or last year. You can, because you have that information in a CRM, you can run automation to send out that messaging for you.
Yeah, that's very convenient, especially because I know a lot of people in our community use services like MailChimp to send newsletters. We actually have a question about integration. I'm using MailChimp for my email subscribers and SurveyMonkey to capture customer stories. Can I use them with HubSpot? Question from Sarah Reed.
Great question. You definitely can. Those are integrations in the app marketplace. But what I would even say to that question, right, is we're using two different tools and we're spreading out our customer journey and kind of diversifying your analytics and your view of how that contact is interacting with you. You can do both of those. So you can email through HubSpot through one platform, and you can send surveys through HubSpot through one platform. So really with HubSpot, you can start to consolidate your tech stack. So you have fewer moving parts. And again, just that one pane of glass where all of the interactions are feeding into the same contact record.
Nice. So you can actually save instead of purchasing all the software and doing your piecemeal bundle. You can
Exactly.
use just HubSpot to do all of those things. What other things can I do a landing page with HubSpot?
You definitely can. So going through, so landing page, right, in HubSpot is, you probably already have your websites built out. You can definitely build your websites in HubSpot, but you can also set up one-off landing pages. So if anybody's unfamiliar with a landing page, right, landing pages are essentially pages that you don't want to add to the main navigation of your website because maybe it is a particular event or particular special that you're running, but you want to have this page up so you can direct people from your social post to that particular landing page or from your email marketing to this particular landing page, so you can track again how that particular effort is going without having to change around or mess up the SEO of your larger website.
Mm-hmm. And it will be doing all the analytics and of where the person came from, what link led them to that page, and subsequently to a deal or to a contact.
Exactly. Yep. So landing pages are, and I'll just go ahead and show us, right? Landing pages use a drag and drop design, just like our website pages, just like emails. So you have that similar user experience. Again, when I was talking about how easy it is to work in HubSpot, it's because we have these commonalities in the UX. So you don't have to know how to code. You don't have to pay a developer or designer to build your website or build your emails. You can come in here, again, as your business owner, and just let the tool do it for you.
I'm sold, because it's like when you can just plug it and do it, on a beginner level, and you can just see what you're creating instead of learning code, and then, I don't know, just basically learning a different skill from what you do. You just want something quick, automated, and something that already works on cell phones and on your computer, on all devices, because it's such a hassle when it doesn't.
And I think that's a good thing to point out, if I can, is right. So I'm obviously on my laptop right now, but this is a web application, or it's a SaaS application. So you can go online, but you also have, there's the free HubSpot app. So you can, of course, if you have a smartphone, you can obviously go online whenever, but you can work from this same platform from the app. So if you're out at a business meeting or meeting a customer out in the field, you don't have to wait until you're back on your laptop to add notes or record calls or meetings. You can do that directly from your phone. So you can take it and go.
It's a big advantage, because I also know that a lot of entrepreneurs in our community are mothers, including me, and a lot of time you just don't get a lot of desk time during the day, and a
Right.
lot of your interactions, your emails, your social media activity, it's
Mhm.
all from your phone. So having an app and being able to do it on the go as you're pushing the stroller, it's the best way to be able to do it. Talking about landing pages, we have a question about someone who already has a website, and they're wondering how they can harness all the functionality of HubSpot when they already have their own website created by some third-party service.
That's great. That's a great question. So, like I said, you'll probably already have your website up online if you're watching this or if you're thinking about it. When you have HubSpot, you can add HubSpot tracking analytics to your website. So, what that allows you to do is, if I go underneath, for example, your analytics tool, and we go to traffic analytics, you can track the analytics of your external website through HubSpot. So what does that do? Well, it allows you to see, one, how are the other efforts that you're running through HubSpot, like your marketing emails or any of the social posts that you might be posting through HubSpot, or the ads that you're managing through HubSpot, how are those contributing to your traffic?
So you can run ads through HubSpot.
You can, like I said, it is a large and powerful tool. So, but let's just take ads in social, for example. Obviously, you probably have, again, underneath marketing and ads, probably something that you are running are Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads or Google ads. Those are already two different platforms. So you probably are seeing multiple tabs being added to your window as we're speaking. By connecting those to HubSpot, you can, again, consolidate your number of tabs. You can look at, instead of comparing apples to oranges and looking at my Google and looking at my Facebook and seeing which one is resonating the most, you can see those from one page. You can also manage those campaigns from within HubSpot when they're tied. So you can change your budget, you can turn them off, you can target them, and again, all from within one platform instead of having to do them in different platforms.
That's amazing. I don't know how you did that. That looks like magic. But if you can do all of that from one piece of software that you can learn how to use, and you don't have to switch back and forth, that's powerful.
Exactly. It really is a plug and play, right? So if you were in here, you could just click on create ad campaign. It would walk you through connecting Google. It walks you through connecting Facebook. in setting it up. And then your data just starts to populate from there. And also you're analyzed. You don't have to run complex analytics. Once they're plugged in, you can see at a glance how those ads are performing.
Wow.
But that's something that you're paying for, right? Ads are a paid item. So we have social as well. This is a great take to Jay's question. So what would be my top 2 to 3 action items for someone who's just getting up and running? I would say connect your social. Start managing your social through HubSpot, because you can, again, save so much time. You can
So you
schedule
can
out
like
social
do
posts.
a post, like a Instagram post, a Facebook post, I don't know, LinkedIn business post. Oh
Exactly.
yeah, I see all of those. Wow.
And I've already, if I'm super advanced, I know I have a really busy month. I don't want to have to post every single day, or I have a new product launching. So I know that that product is on the 31st, or I'm having an event. I want to go ahead and set that post, schedule it, and be able to forget about it and focus on immediate tasks at hand. So social posting is one of my top action items.
Mm-hmm.
My other item for somebody that would be getting set up is, if you have the sales tools, like you said, right, you're running around, you're sending emails from your phone, you're sending emails as you go, you might not be logged into the system. I would also, second thing that I would do is connect your inbox, so your Gmail, your Outlook, to HubSpot, so that all the emails that you're sending from your phone are being automatically tracked in here. Again, no need to sync. You can already start to have that history of record in HubSpot. And then the
Does
third,
it have just a random question? Does it have a track of opening the email?
does. Yep.
Yes.
So when you
That's how
click,
you catch people who are like, oh, I haven't received your email. And I'm like, yes, you did. Of course,
exactly,
you will never say it out loud, but at least when you send out some notification and you see that the person opened it and they clicked the link to the
right.
event or whatever, you're like, okay, they saw it. I'm not going to bug them a million times because I know they saw it.
It's important for billing information, right? If I'm sending you a bill, or a notice about an upcoming bill, if I'm sending that through my connected inbox, or if I'm sending the email directly from within HubSpot on a contact record, that email, you're right, I could go into the record and see that it was opened. So if they come back and they say that they didn't see it or didn't receive it, it is helpful to have that bit of security. So again, some stress off
Yeah.
of your mind to have to create that record or that trail. HubSpot's automatically following you and helping you create that.
It's such a useful service. And of course, people wouldn't say it out loud. They're like, I know you opened my email but didn't answer. But it's also for your own peace of mind. If you send something to someone and they're not answering to you, when you see that they genuinely didn't open it, you're like, okay, it might have gotten to spam. They don't hate me. They just, it's probably in their spam or they were too busy. It got lost. So I'll follow up and I won't jump to conclusions.
Exactly.
And other services, they're costly. If you have to buy any of those features from any third-party companies separately, it's a lot of money. And HubSpot, it's very affordable compared to all the other tools that you need to have instead if you want to do it, separately.
I would say, again, yeah, that is my expertise, and my role at HubSpot is I'm a strategic consultant. So I really love that bit because I don't have to get into the numbers like a sales rep does. But what I love is I have no magic tricks. Sales doesn't have any magic tricks. All of our pricing is external. So there shouldn't be any surprises. We have our platforms right here. You can look to see, all right, if I purchase the starter, what features are in there? You have a full, easy to read breakdown. Sometimes I find that really difficult, right? When you're navigating, what does this subscription even mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can take a look at that breakdown. You can also go down to our calculator. So it can give you an estimate, right, of if you do the starter package and you are expecting to have 1,000 contacts in there, well, that's $45 a month. Or if you're expecting to have 5,000 contacts, we can start to see that change.
Yeah, and you can tailor it to your business without having to call a sales representative every time. You can be like, okay, I have this particular business. These are the services I need. This is my particular number of contacts, and this is what I do. It's a great way to customize without actually having to, submit an inquiry for custom pricing when, we don't have time for that. You don't want to contact someone if they are not transparent and you don't see their pricing ahead of time.
Exactly. You can even bypass. You don't have to talk to a sales rep. You can buy directly from the platform itself.
Yay, that's for all our introverts in the community. People
So
hate
if
being on the
anyone's not
phone.
used to practicing their lines before you get on a phone call, it can ease some stress right there. You don't have to get on a call to speak with anybody if you just want to go ahead and start rolling.
Yeah, this is amazing. That helps a lot, and it just makes your life so much easier.
Yeah.
My next question would be, there are a lot of services out there offering CRM and marketing software, and it's easy to get confused because once you start researching HubSpot, then your social media is swarmed by offers, sponsored ads by 20,000 other pieces. So could you give us some competitive advantages of HubSpot compared to other software?
Absolutely. I think one of them is what we're looking at right now is the ease of use. Like I was saying earlier, HubSpot is not your business. The CRM is not your business. You have a business to run, and having a technology that you can get set up and feet on the ground and running with in less than 2 days is incredible. So it's that ease of adoption. And again, as you maybe bring in interns to help you, you need something that's easy for them to navigate. So you can bring in any short-term support. You don't want to have to retrain people on your operations processes while you're trying to run your business. So ease of use is huge. I think the other thing that really, again, and this is what drew me to HubSpot when I first started working here, was you can do a freemium trial, you can play around in there, and a lot of tech companies do allow that. But I think what's advantageous is as you're getting up here and running, you have plenty of support to help you. So like you're saying at the beginning, Olga, right, is if I come in here, actually, let me come into our HubSpot Academy. So I can access this directly from within HubSpot, but we have a full free library of over 100 training videos so that you can, this is what I even looked at when I was first figuring out about HubSpot, and is what made me fall in love with the software, was how easy it was to learn on my own time.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's very, as they say, pedestrian, meaning it's catching up with your speed of learning. You don't have any terminology sprung at you when you're listening to it. It's absolutely for dummies, I guarantee it. I watched those videos. They're very simple and easier to understand.
But you have the videos. You also, I think one thing I would also call out is some softwares, it can be hard to find support, right? Okay, once you're in it, things are going great until they're not. And then when you're trying to figure out who to call or where to call, you realize that there's just a knowledge base. There's no actual person for you to talk to. In HubSpot, support it's not an additional line item. Support is built into your package. So at any point, you can click the help button, click on contact support, and work with one of our 24/7 support agents.
Yeah, that's a big deal about companies who care a lot about customer retention and support, because a lot of companies, unfortunately, they offer a lot of things, but once you start using it, if there is a problem, they are not behind your back. And you feel like, yeah, they made the deal, they took your money, but unfortunately, they're not going to hold your hand through it. Well, with HubSpot, it's almost instant. You can get support, you can get all your questions answered, and it just makes you feel protected, because you kind of put all your eggs in one basket. So you want to make sure it's a sturdy basket. It's going to carry you for a long time. So that's something that's been great.
Yeah, our goal is not that you come in here. Our goal is not to just sell to enterprise, right? Our goal, we want you to come into HubSpot and stay in HubSpot and grow with HubSpot. So again, we've made it easy to use, user-friendly. So our goal is not to hit you with any surprise features or question marks. Our goal is to help make you comfortable from day one and just help you skyrocket your success within a single platform.
It's absolutely useful even for people. I did some research. I looked at when I was comparing software.
Mhm.
Where I saw a lot of HubSpot mentioned, it was in job requirements for companies. So
Mhm.
even for people who are looking at employment in various office jobs, there are a lot of it's one of the must-have item, like knowing HubSpot, knowing how to use HubSpot, because as you said, when companies scale up and they start hiring, they
Mhm.
want people to use their trusted software, and it's a very useful tool to use, so you don't know what might happen tomorrow. If you get hired, knowing HubSpot is definitely going to be a big benefit for you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for this walkthrough. Can you give us some final, you know, tip or piece of advice for people who are just starting and there's so many resources, they're a little overwhelmed? Uh,
Mhm.
what could you tell them from all your experience?
I would say the biggest takeaway that and something that I would recommend to everybody is, of course, your front lines, right? You are fighting fires day to day as a small business owner, but when you have the opportunity, take a step back and do a customer journey mapping exercise. I think when we can think about how we are attracting customers, then once we attract them and we get them to convert, and whether that be through a purchase or some sort of form that we filled out, okay, what do we want to happen with them next? And then once they've purchased and they're a customer, then what do we want to happen with them post sale? And thinking about each of those points, and I think identifying the tools that you need or communication that you want to go out or information that you want to know about them, having that whole customer journey allows you to, I think, align with the sort of software that you need. Right. So we're thinking in the beginning, you need social because you need to get out there. And I think it helps understanding that customer journey and how you want to move customers through the attract, engage, and delight kind of flywheel of inbound and of building your business. That'll help you align with the tools that are actually going to matter for you and for your bottom line.
It's amazing advice. And thank you so much for walking us through HubSpot. I highly recommended software and it makes your life so much easier. So
Of
thank
course.
you for taking your time to help our business community.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye everyone.